Imagine a world with no television or GPS, a world where your phone doesn't automatically change time when you travel across time zones, and a world where the only way you'd know what the weather is if you'd look outside. This is what the world would be like without satellites. Satellites have drastically changed the way we live and have greatly benefited our society. The first satellite was launched in 1957 called the Sputnik 1. Today, there are currently over 2,000 satellites in orbit, and we rely on them for many of our tasks in daily life. These satellites range from small, relatively cheap cube satellites to larger, more expensive satellites like this. Satellites are used for many different kinds of applications. Communication satellites are used for television, satellite phones, internet, and GPS navigating systems. Other satellites are used to observe the Earth's surface, monitor our environment and climate changes, capture images of our Earth, conduct various science experiments, and for military uses. They are also used for space science and exploration, to monitor space weather, visit other planets, and help us understand more about the universe. The Hubble Space Telescope is perhaps the most famous satellite due to these breathtaking photos shown here. Now, with many advancements in mechanical engineering, there are many exciting opportunities upcoming in satellite technology that can greatly benefit our world. Elon Musk and his company SpaceX are working on a project called Starlink, with the goal to bring high-speed broadband internet to all points on Earth. SpaceX plans to make a constellation of satellites around the world to have internet coverage at all places. To prevent the lag caused by the far distance to geostationary satellites, SpaceX plans to keep these satellites at a lower altitude of 1,150 kilometers. Because of the smaller coverage of these lower altitude satellites, SpaceX plans to send an army of 4,425 satellites into orbit, and then send an additional 7,500 satellites in orbit at a lower altitude of 340 kilometers. There have already been 2 prototype satellites launched, and if this project gets underway, it can have the potential to give internet to all places on Earth, including the most rural ones. Another exciting satellite opportunity we may see in the future is space-based solar power. What looks like a science fiction idea is actually an advancing reality, as a few countries are starting to develop prototypes for this. These satellites are equipped with giant mirrors that reflect solar rays onto smaller solar collectors. This radiation is transformed into either microwave or laser energy and safely beamed to Earth. The energy is collected here on Earth and used for power. This satellite has the potential of providing up to 1 gigawatt of power, enough to power a large city. With a constellation of space-based solar power satellites, it could have the potential of removing our reliance on fossil fuels and completely changing our energy industry.
Cube satellites are also becoming more mainstream, and universities and student groups all over the world are sending cube satellites to space. These small satellites are advantageous due to their low cost compared to traditional large satellites. A group from the University of Alberta named AlbertaSat did just that and launched Alberta's first satellite, X-Alta-1, into space in 2017. This satellite is used to monitor space weather. AlbertaSat's current project is X-Alta-2 that will be used to monitor and predict forest fires. With cube satellites becoming more popular, it will make it easier for groups from all over the world to get into space. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learn more about satellites and their future.